Welcome to Wingman's Hangar. I'm Eric Wingman Peterson.
And I'm Phil Blue Dog Tittle.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Cool. This is first time.
I know they never see me.
I know, right? Well, you know, we wanted to get you out there. It's such a beautiful sweater you're wearing. If you're new to the show, this is an inside look at everything as we make Descent Underground. We're marching forward and we're making this game. We're rebooting the Descent franchise, kind of with a nod to the original, but also with many, many more upgrades.
Right.
We're taking a game that was really good back then, and we're giving it so much more depth and gameplay. Coming up today, we have the Week in Review, including our weekly studio snapshot, which is your favorite thing because
I love it.
It goes in the Week in Review, makes it worth reading. We have this week's most valuable post. Well,
that's the only reason it's worth reading?
Yeah, I said it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
boy. Wow.
My mistake. We have more feedback with your questions. But it's always important that we thank our backers. There they are. Look at all that. Check that out. New backers. Thank you guys very much. Welcome to the jungle, baby. We're making this game. You get in there and get your feedback. And, of course, thank you very much to our new Steam players. We have a ton of those coming out.
Yep.
And after the gala, what do we call it, Michael? The gala what? The gala craziness, whatever?
The gala.
I have no idea
The
what
Gallivant, whatever. We have a lot of people from that, so that was kind of cool too. So this week in review, we did a Hot Rock live stream. We showed the very first iteration. I mean, not much to it really, just the ball bouncing around and being able to pass it to each other and capturing it. We're still writing the rules for that game, and
still early days for Hot Rock.
It is, and we're going to eventually put that'll be into the Proving Grounds at some point where we'll throw it out there for you guys and. Few weeks here, and then you guys can say, I like this, I don't like this, I like that, I don't like that.
Oh, he tried the back door.
We think this will be better. So that'll be next. In fact, the Proving Ground is probably going to be turned on here pretty quick with some new stuff for them to test out. Next,
you bet.
Yeah, maybe even by the time they watch this show. If anybody's even watching. Hello?
I don't know.
Hello?
I don't see anybody.
Ground control to Major
here we
Tom. Anyway, so... yeah, thanks to David
Bowie tribute.
Yeah, Bowie passed away. I'm very sad about that.
Yeah.
And we lost was it
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman, yeah, that guy. He was great as Harry Potter. He was great in Die Hard.
And a bunch of other movies too.
Yeah, I liked him in Love Actually. You know, he was the guy that was buying the necklace for his wife, behind to his secretary.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one.
Oh, you haven't seen Love Actually?
No.
It's an awesome movie. And of course we have Studio Snapshot. So with that being said, let's take a look at the Studio Snapshot.
What's that, Rob?
This is what's left of Tycho.
It's like hollowed out.
Tycho has been bit by bit losing pieces. We have to rearrange it so we can do different sizes of the map.
Yeah?
So we are moving a bunch of assets to different levels and setting up the levels so we can stream them in and out based on whether you're playing the small or the medium or the large version of the map. But unfortunately everything is right now in one level. So I am taking the map piece by piece, going in here and taking each of these little bits, grabbing them all, and then hiding them and moving on to the next section. We move them into the Tycho Geo level, then we move them into the yellow room folder.
What's that, Phil?
What? Oh, the pickup for the afterburner.
So I'm testing Hot Rock's goal scoring for 14 billion times. More times than there are dollars in the Powerball this week. So here we go.
And I didn't like it.
Cool. Always cool to see Studio Snapshots.
Oh, absolutely.
And you know what?
A lot of fun.
I forgot. I screwed up the little. We have a script that I'm supposed to follow. Afterburners, which is one of the reasons you're also on the show. Afterburner power-ups.
I've become sort of Mr. Afterburner.
Well,
with
you're
the
actually
particle effect,
yeah.
and now the power-ups and all that stuff.
Executive producers / particle artist / afterburner swoosher
/ blueprint guy.
Yeah. So what happened? What's going on with the afterburner?
Well, we've got the afterburner power-up done, and we're placing it in the levels now. So the next release we'll have afterburner pickups.
So if you're so if you run out of your afterburner, you can now refill it.
That's right.
Sweet.
You can zoom forever almost.
Zoom forever. Now, run through seconds. I love the afterburner. I think that's
it's a lot of fun.
I like seeing the little bloom. Oh, but that's not all you added. Damage states.
Oh, the damage states. That's
What's
right.
happening with the damage states?
That wasn't on our script.
It's not on the script. Let's go off script. They can't stop us, man. What happened? What's going on with damage states?
Well, yeah, we implemented damage states as well, which is basically an indicator on your ship, mostly for your opponents, really, or your teammates in the future, because there's something nice coming about team play. And anyway, so it tells everybody what kind of state the hull of your ship is in.
Right.
So right now, if your hull is at 75%, then it'll start smoking.
Smoking.
At 50%, sparks start to come off of it.
So you can tell there's a damage. There's a wounded animal.
That's right. Yeah.
You can still have full shields, but you're smoking because the hull's damaged.
That's right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So now you can tell, oh, I got to chase that guy because he's really hurting.
Yeah.
Or if you, later on, the shaman, you know who you need to
That's right.
heal,
You need
right?
to heal,
Right,
yeah.
right. Very, very cool. We went a little off script, but let's go back on script.
Okay.
And it's time for this week's Beautiful Corner. Beautiful corner. Shall we take a look at the shaman since we're talking a little bit about it?
Yeah, let's do that.
And I'm totally ignoring the script. We're just kind of going as we go.
Ah.
So there's the shaman. This is
Yeah.
what we're working on right now for the healer, the medic ship, right? There's a couple images of that. Now we're moving some of the thrusters in a bit to where it's more behind the ship.
And one thing, that big gaping hole in front is where the nose will be, so that's not there in that.
Yeah, and then the outside of that are the wings, and that is not
Right.
the tail. That tail looks like crap. So we're going to have a much cooler looking tail than that.
Yes.
And we're working on a new because with Hot Rock we've got a couple maps. We've got the Rama alternate that we've got that's sort of worked on with bits and pieces in there. We've got what the hell is that map called right now?
Aura?
Yeah, no, not the Aura. We
Not
know
the
about the
Aura.
Aura, but that's what we're going to show.
Helix.
The Helix. Thank
Ah,
you.
yes,
The Helix
Helix.
is they've seen the Helix, and we've shown that kind of. And well, let's show them the Aura, the early concept of the Aura. So this is another Hot Rock map that we'll be working on.
Very cool.
Yeah, it is neat. This is for multiple, kind of like Chinese checkers. You have 4 different goals to score on, and people can score on every one. And we're still batting around the rules on these kind of things too. Like, do you have one goal you go to? Do you capture goals? There's all kinds of things we've got to figure out, and we'll probably put that in the underground and let you guys have some fun with what you think about the cool rules there. So now I'm going to attempt to get back on script.
Well, yeah, we're sort of there.
We are. We're close. No, because this week we also had a meeting with the Undergrounders.
Oh, yeah.
Where we did, we showed a lot of the stuff here. We showed them the shaman. We talked about the healing. We came up with a system with them as to how the healing is going to work. It's part of the new tech tree. There's multiple ways you can heal one person. You can heal multiple people. You can upgrade your healing prowess.
Right.
So that's coming. That's what the shaman's basic role is. We're kind of now we've got the core of the combat in, and now we need to be putting the roles for the ships. I mean, the ships have roles, and so we need to define those and make those, because some people don't like to be slugging it out pretty much. They'd rather be the support role.
Sure. And the shaman is our first shot at that.
Yeah, and then we have the
With
warlock.
the warlock coming after that, yeah.
And then the predator has some support tasks too. I know that's
yeah.
your favorite ship, and so
Yeah.
that's cool. So we're starting the process with that, and the shaman will be the first implementation. We won't be able to get all the tech trees at once, but we'll get that first level. I think is what you're talking about, and then we'll move from there. So, and also we're testing Micro Tycho.
Micro Tycho.
Well, Tycho's this beast of a map.
Massive.
And we actually have the full map out there, but you can't fly in the thing because it's so big. If you're 4v4, you might go minutes without seeing another person.
May never see anybody.
Yeah, 100%. And so we've limited the access to the outer rings. We're keeping you in the interior, in the big areas in the middle, and the first set of rings, and they're color coded, so which help you figure out where you are on the map, because otherwise you just be in some circular looking same ringness and not knowing where am I.
It would be easy to get lost without it.
So Micro Tycho's coming, and that'll be in the underground proving grounds either today or Monday or something.
Yeah.
So maybe
soon.
Yeah, soon. Yeah. Well, yeah. I almost did an old boss thing there. And on that note, here's Keith McCormick with this week's Most Valuable Post.
Welcome to Most Valuable Post, where we celebrate a member of the community who's made a positive contribution to Descent Underground. This week, we honor someone who, well, they figured out that we want to have player-run organizations in the game, clans or corporations, whatever you want to call them, and kind of got the jump on everybody else and started a new one called the Tunnel Rats. So congratulations, Void Stalker. You made this week's Most Valuable Post.
Okay. Way to go, Void Stalker.
Way to go, Void Stalker.
I love it. I love it. He's been, and don't be mad. He's a mod. You can still win it even if you're a mod. He does a lot of work for us, and he's Tracy. His name's Tracy. He's fantastic for us on that. So congratulations. And guess what time it is?
For Forum feedback.
don't
It's
know, Michael,
time
time
for forum feedback.
There you go. That's exactly
was
right.
close.
You nailed it. Well,
I was
you're right
close.
there. From Sergeant Craig, an undergrounder.
Yeah.
Could we see weather effects in this game, like cracked pipes that are pumping out steam? It'd be a good place for players to hide. So, what do you think?
Well, definitely. I mean, we're going to have some environmental stuff, like maybe the steam coming out of pipes or methane gas you might see, because some of these environments will be sort of gaseous. And in fact, in Micro Tycho, there is a little bit of fog in some places. So we've already kind of got a little bit of that going.
Yeah, it'd be cool. And once we start mining, you never know
Yeah.
what's going to pop out of there.
Right.
And, if we're here long enough, I can produce my own methane gas for us.
Oh,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait for that. From Plus 3Z Fuse, a steamer. Is there still Oculus Rift DK2 support? And if so, which runtime is supported? Well, do you know the answer to that? Because I do. I know the answer to that. So yes,
Yes, is
yes,
the first part.
and it's 0.8. You need to use
0.8
runtime. You can play it now. There's a post on our forums about this exact thing. We'll hopefully put a link up on your Steam question there as well. So you can play the DK2 right now. In fact, Winglet at home is playing the DK2.
Oh,
all the
wow.
time. He's our tester at
That's
home.
great.
Yeah, I know. He loves it.
I love playing with it.
I know. Do you really?
Yeah.
You like the Oculus?
No, I do.
It's gotten
Yeah.
better. I mean, I've been able to. The new one, the Crescent Bay, is really, really sharp.
I haven't tried that one
Yeah,
yet.
that's the release one we got. We got the release ones.
Oh, wow.
Really cool. From Firefly, another steamer. Whatever happened to the Earthshaker missile? Well, we don't have the Earthshaker in yet. We have a limited number of weapons that are in the game. It's on the roadmap, so to speak, but when it comes in, we'll see. I mean, the way we would probably have more weapons in at this point, but we've been listening to feedback and adjusting as we go, and that takes time, and we're doing that again with the Proving Ground. So it's kind of like the Earthshaker. If you really, really want it, I think it just might appear later on.
Yeah,
Maybe if enough people want it.
maybe.
From TwoCables, is there a map view in Descent Underground? I feel a little lost without it.
Not yet, but coming.
Right, it's a feature we'd like to implement, but at the same time, it's not as simple as the other ones where the original just had that little kind of outlined vertices thing, and so we're doing a much better one than that. But it's on the roadmap, but as a limited team with only 10 people, it's one of those things we'll get to when we get to it.
Yep.
So it is definitely a biggie, though. From Star Masochist.
Star Masochist.
Well, I think it's Machinist. But I like to say
Oh, okay.
In the Hot Rock sneak peek, why are the goals oriented with the smaller openings facing forward and the larger openings facing backwards?
That's a great question.
It is a great question. And the answer is?
Because you get more points for scoring bouncing off the back of the map into the goal in front.
Right. And you don't want to make it too easy. In a game like, say, what's the Rocket League?
Rocket League.
You kind of hit the ball and knock it, and you have to have angles and stuff. And so in our game, you could pick the ball up and run with it, only for a time, and then it blows you up if you don't release it or pass it. But it'd be super easy just to get, shoot it and shoot it and shoot it. So, that's not as cool as imagine if you go 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and you score. You can actually make a comeback by, it's almost like a touchdown in American football, right? But with a touchdown is the extra point as well.
Right.
So you can really make, if your team's down by 10,000 points, you might be able to do a shot that catches you all the way back up. So
Wow, that'd be a hell of a shot.
it is, and it's also skilled. We want people to have skill. And a lot of that you're going to put obstacles. Right now, there's no obstacles. We'll put obstacles in there for you to bounce stuff off. Oh, from Fallernon.
Fallernon.
Okay. Today is Fallernon birthday. Did you get him a present?
What do you mean by present exactly?
I don't know. Is he present here? I don't see him.
He's not present.
Should we sing him happy birthday?
Oh, okay.
Like
That
Marilyn
would be-
Monroe?
That would be. Well, you can do your Marilyn Monroe.
Happy birthday to you.
Ugh.
Happy birthday. There's some methane gas.
Okay, that's it. That's it.
All right, fair enough.
We're done.
Anyway, happy
Thanks.
birthday,
Thanks,
birthday,
Mike.
Fall.
Thank you.
John does an amazing job. Birthday. He does a really, really good job doing our website. He's actually doing all the Steam cards for us.
Yeah.
He's doing some iconography. He's really, really a valuable member of the team. So happy birthday
Absolutely.
to you, Fall. I think the second youngest member of our team.
Oh yeah.
Behind Pixley, who's like 7.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Pixley,
He's-
just out of grade school.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was even technically legally allowed to be in the
Wow.
in the office pool for the ticket we'd lost with last night.
Yeah, we didn't win.
No.
If we'd won, would we be doing this right now?
Yeah, but with much bigger and cooler cameras and with talented people.
The cast would be changed.
Yeah, the cast of thousands. And with that, here's this week's
Hot Topic.
So good job, TwoCables. He wants to know about Powerups 3D versus the little holographic colored iconography we're doing now.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons we've chosen this direction is it's much easier to see over greater distance what that is to pick up.
Yeah.
The original Descent was you didn't have a lot of color palette to choose from. It was easy to make the weapons stand out as 3D objects. To be fair, I wanted the 3D objects, right? I kind of and then somebody said, why don't we do these things? And so we've come up with a whole system for the shapes and colors, and few people want the original, so maybe it's a situation where we give them an option later to the client to choose what they want. But right now they're working, and it's one of those polished things that will be a little down the road. And plus it does give us the ability to take features, textures that are the same color as the weapons and use them on the walls without hiding the power-ups, because you can see the colors. So
well, and as you said, we did talk about it before.
A lot,
and it was when we first sort of saw the first map taking shape, Apophis, it became kind of obvious that you needed something that's a little bit more visible.
Right.
And these are certainly that.
Yep, and that's exactly
Gumball.
A gumball. Yeah,
Yes.
You do. You get that colorful, rainbow bright
Yes, it's
of stuff, and you go through it. So we're not completely married to that. These are in there now. They're working. There's even some question about like the sound when you pick them up, whether we want that or not. So there's a lot to do in this game. Right now it works, so we're leaving it and we're moving forward on other things. All these polished things will come out in the last 2 or 3 months or so.
But also, you can turn the sound off if you want to for the power-ups.
Why would you do that? You got such great voice acting in there.
I know. I'm just saying, if you wanted to, you can turn it off. There's a slider.
Major, minor.
Yes. That's an achievement, though.
Yeah, it is. Well, we need to get the mega misser in there.
Mega misser.
The mega misser, where you miss with the mega. We got to get that in there. I think
that does happen from time to time.
A lot, actually, with me, unfortunately. And here, what's the one you Darwin Award where you kill yourself?
And no one else.
It's gonna be Darwin Award, something like that. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
If you say so.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll be. I'll come up with something. And now it's time for our own Michael Viewmaster Morlan. Some real talent with real space news.
I'm Michael Morlan, and this is all the real space news you can use. On December 21st of last year, SpaceX successfully launched several communication satellites into low Earth orbit with their Falcon 9 launch platform. However, that perfectly executed maneuver was overshadowed by an even bigger success: the vertical return and retro rocket landing of the Falcon 9 first stage. Yes, the fantastic vision of retro future needle rockets resting on their tail fins, often the staple of science fiction comic books for decades, is now a reality. Coming up next, SpaceX returns to an attempt at landing on an ocean platform. Their last 2 attempts have been rather fiery explosive experiences. And offering a glimpse of the possibilities for future asteroid mining and colonization, Planetary Resources recently revealed a 3D printed object created entirely from outer space materials. This small model of a spacecraft prototype is the first ever printed from an actual asteroid, after the rock was pulverized and processed by the 3D Systems ProX DMP320 3D printer. Now, Planetary Resources isn't retrieving and returning asteroids to Earth just yet. The asteroid, or more correctly, meteorite used for this project, was sourced from a meteor impact near Campo del Cielo in Argentina, and is primarily composed of iron, nickel, and cobalt, metals not unlike those found in refinery-grade steel. But soon, coming soon, asteroid habitats in space. This is Michael Morlan, and that's our view on the real space news you can use.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, indeed.
Way to go, Viewmaster. So it's now time to thank our big agents in Underground. We're going to change it up a little bit this week. We found the 3 or 4 that are streaming us the most right now, and we're going to thank those the most. So In Spades Gaming is one. Puddles. I know Puddles he's a beast on there, man. That's terrible.
He's got
I
it
run
in
away.
for me.
Yeah, everybody's got it in for. He's like
That's true.
Skeleton Bane. And a new one to look forward to is Munch and Play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just partnered with him this week.
That's great.
Yeah, so check those guys out. Be sure to support them. They're supporting us. And if you're a streamer and you want to support us, let us know. We'll hook you up. So coming up at Descendent Studios, Proving Grounds is going live. Maybe today when they see this, maybe not.
Maybe.
Which will have Tycho and some possible changes and adjustments and micro Tycho rather.
Micro Tycho.
And mostly it's going to be a QLO, which we call it QOL, quality of life.
Yeah.
We have some server code we got to get out there, so Jason doesn't have to constantly be resetting our servers. So we've got that fixed. It's fixed. We've got to get it in there, but we need to get it in your hands.
Also, we'll have damage states we talked about earlier.
Damage states are in there, absolutely, which are really cool. That's actually, I love the information you can give people when you're playing that they can recognize things. It gives them a little more things to say. And the zombie server fixes is what we call the fixes there. Oh, XMPP chat integration.
Oh yeah.
So if you're on our website chatting, you'll be able to see that in the drone bay. You guys can chat with each other. Hey, I need somebody in the game, or is anybody playing the shaman? Not yet, obviously. We need a healer, whatever, that kind of thing.
Right.
Steam trading cards and achievements are going live, I think, this week. Fallen's birthday has done some really, really cool Steam cards. So
Sorry, Foul.
We're going to put those together. Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
He did some really cool blueprint stuff. We also have another Undergrounder meeting next week.
Yeah. 2 in 1 month.
I know. Well, we kind of, because Proving Grounds hasn't been up all the time, we wanted to up the value for being a member. If you want to join the Underground, by the way, it's like you can join in like increments of a year for a less amount, or $10 a month. You can be part of it. You can look close to the dev. You get to be part of design meetings with us. You get access to the Proving Grounds, which lets you test all the features we put in before we go live to everybody else. So it's only for the people who really, really want to get in and help us make this game. If you don't want to do that, you can wait like everybody else and get it a week or two after them. But yeah, so that's how you get into the Proving Grounds. That's pretty cool. So we also have, looks like there's something on the script I was not aware
got
of.
one more item here. It's got, Drillsy's back. And
we love Drillsy.
We got a Drillsy cartoon.
Yep. You know, they're making a 3D Drillsy.
Really?
Yeah. We're going to put him in the game.
That's a fantastic.
I know. The Carmen's doing it. And we're like, I love it. We're like, we'll put him in as a bot. Why not?
Sure.
Absolutely. All right, so here we go.
Exapalooey? Did he say Exapalooey?
What did I say?
Is that what he said?
It sounded like Exapalooey.
I don't know what I said.
I don't know what Exapalooey.
Absolutely. I think that's what I
President.
I think that's exactly and absolutely together.
I think it's Exapalooey.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'll be Angry Peas, and you can be Drillsy.
All right, I'm going to be Drillsy. All
All right, you ready?
All right,
I hope you can read this. So the type is kind of small for your eyes. Here we go.
for my eyes.
Boom, there it is. Wait a minute. Are you Drillsy?
The one and only slime ball, and you are Angry Peas.
Now, how did I get here? I live on the RSI servers. How is this possible?
No clue, piss pockets. But things have been getting strange after one of my buddies started making a 3D model of me for fun.
You know, if something like that happened to me some time ago, I just hope it doesn't affect you as it did me. I'd hate to imagine. What the Bob Barker? And,
That's cool looking, by the way.
Yeah.
That looks great.
Yeah.
and here's the 3D model, by the way.
Yeah,
Cool.
look at that. Look at that.
Look how shiny.
That looks good, man.
Yeah.
A couple bots, you know.
Yeah.
It's coming along really nicely.
Yeah, that's we got to give it some sort of special attack or something.
Well, it has a nose that drills.
It does. Does it move though? Have we animated that?
No, we haven't yet.
Probably not. So I'll put that on the end.
That'll be my next. That'll be my next task.
All right, let's roll on out of this thing.
Yeah, all right, right. Thanks to our Underground members and all the backers and pledgers and supporters who've been along for the ride. Keep spreading the word. Without you guys, there is no us.
That's true.
And we need you guys to be our marketing department because we don't have any of that here.
Yeah.
You guys are the ones talking about the game, telling people, and the only way it spreads is hitting critical mass. We're not quite there yet, but we're on the way. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Twitter, Facebook pages. Get the latest update. If you want to be an Underground member in the Proving Grounds with earliest access, join that too. It's always worth coming. And you get, again, the design meetings are kind of fun. You get an actual voice in the game.
Yeah.
We get final say, though, just saying. But there is some good ideas. I think Lothar had some really good ones yesterday, and Zyphon and some other folks were out there. We always interact with them during the meetings, and that's kind of fun to do. And submit your forum feedback questions. And if you want to send some videos in, we'll play those. And this week, on a sad note, Major Tom came home. David Bowie passed away, and we talked about that earlier. And Alan Rickman and Lemmy. So that's like the three, right?
That's right. All 69.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that really right?
Yeah.
I'm only 18 years away from that.
Oh boy.
So maybe we'll finish the game by then.
Doubtful.
Probably not. All right. Well, we'll see you guys all underground.